Can you guys hear me now? Are you guys able to hear me now? Huh, that's so weird. I mean, I have my Osmo Pocket wireless microphone set up and it's showing that it's working and everything. It's so weird how you guys can't hear me on it, but I turned on my desktop microphone. I didn't really want to be stuck to it, but so this is a AliExpress Anycubic sale. They're doing a huge sale this week on AliExpress. You can buy Anycubic products. I've got links and codes that you can stack in the description of the video. And you can get the Cobra 4 non-combo version for $170 and the Cobra 4 combo for $259. And that's $29 off of the non-combo and $40 off of the combo version. If you guys want to see any of the prints, I put that really bright colored on the X. I printed that one, the same print on both machines. I did the Mecha King Kong completely on the Cobra 4. You can see the Battlegeus up in the top left corner. I printed that completely on the S1. I've had it for close to, I don't know, almost a year now. Printed the entire thing. It was pretty much the first print that I ran through the S1, the entire thing. There's like, I don't know, 200 parts or something like that. But those are all the links to these models are in the description too. So the Avatar Dragon, the Mecha King Kong, those are premium models. You got to buy those from Toy Maker, and the Battlegeist. I think they're like $15 or $20. But any questions you guys have, let me know. I'm gonna reveal some filament colors here. Some brand new filament colors that we have coming out. I'm not gonna tell you the brand. I'm gonna have everybody shoot a guess on what they think the brand is gonna be. Today's focus, the Cobra 4. The release of the Cobra 4, we're gonna AliExpress is selling the Cobra 4 on discount on AliExpress. The links are in the description. You can pick up the Cobra 4 for 170, the non-combo version, and then the combo version for 259. The discount codes are in there too, so make sure you use those. You can stack codes on there, and those are in the description as well. There's another code that you can use. There's a link. Click on the link, and then use the first code, and then you can use the second code and stack even more on there. So they got codes that go all the way up for X amount of dollars that you spend too. So it's a huge sale on AliExpress right now. Yeah, so the Cobra 4 is a great machine. Definitely your entry level first printer. It works amazing. As you can see, it's going right now. I'm printing. It's like one of those little. It's kind of like. It reminds me of. It's like a skull, but it's like as you pick it up, it peels away, kind of like an orange, and it stays stuck together. It's kind of a fidget toy in a way. I wish I had one to show you guys, but I decided to print this one today on the machine. Great machine, as you can see. You know the Cobra 4 over on the right here. This is the Cobra 4 here. Looks basically the same as the Kobra X here. This one's a little bit different. This is printed mods that came with it. Usually there's spool holders on the top. Usually the Kobra X has spool holders. I printed those mods that put them into those little buckets right there on the top. Why the Kobra 4 is a good printer? Well, I mean, it's the price. If your price point is to just get into the hobby, this is a great way. The machine prints great, and you know you're gonna get an entry level printer, and it's gonna do well for you. You know, 4 or 5 years ago, 3D printing wasn't anywhere close to this easy. So this is literally plug and play. Anycubic has a great ecosystem. They have a phone app that you can print straight from. So you download the app, you sync your printer to your phone app, and go through their whole ecosystem, their marketplace. Pick a model and print away. Select it, print. So you can literally be laying in bed, find a model. I've done this before. Searching, going on the app, find a model, click print, and you can hear the printer start in the other room and it'll start printing away. So it's very, very easy compared to the way it was 5 years ago. I mean, 5 years ago, you would you would have to level the bed with a piece of paper and twist knobs and get it just perfect, or else it would fail. And it would take probably 15 to 20 minutes to get a print set up and started. Now it takes 15 or 20 seconds or less. No, you do not need any 3D modeling experience whatsoever. The app is a do it, basically does it for you. It's not do it yourself, it's a do it for you. So let's see. I'm gonna open the app right now. I'm gonna show you guys. Jump in front of the camera. So here's what's printing right now on the machine. You can see all the data on it. We've got 4 hours and 25 minutes left on this print going right now. You can see my other printers are right here. So you got the other printers. You can search through all your printers. You come down here. You got some model recommendations. You go to the model library, which is basically their marketplace. You can find something that you're looking to print. Here's a Minecraft bucket, and looks like probably some kind of like digging, like a shovel or something. You get the colors, load them into the ace over here on the right. This little machine, all your colors will show up as you're printing once you hit print. So let's see if we can it'll show up while I'm printing. So you decide you want to print this right here. You can go prepare to print. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here, but then you can select. People upload different versions of the model, but you can just select one, go next, and then it splits up all the different parts right here. So you would just print whatever part you're on. So you start at the top, first, second, third, first plate, second plate, third plate, and just print all of the different parts. Go to something more simpler. So here's the model that we're printing right now. Let's see if it has the, oh, here we go. So that's what I'm printing right now. Like I said, it reminds me kind of like an orange, peels all the parts away, and then it just goes right back together. But it's a cool little skull looking thing. We just click prepare to print, select it, go next, select which one, it's only one plate, so you select it, one print for the entire thing. Your printers show up here in the list. So I can't select my Kobra 4 because it's busy printing right now. And so I would just select here, hit print, and it will send it straight to this printer. And I'll start printing. I mean, it's so easy. It's very, very simple. You don't need to know how to do anything. There's these pots right here. I show these off to people all the time. They love them. They're like little succulent pots. There's another vase. Organizers, if you love to organize things, there's organizers that will drive you insane. There's just so many of them, it's crazy. I mean, anything that you could imagine is on here to print. There's lamps. There's this little thing you can put your phone on it and it'll amplify the sound from your phone speaker, so it amplifies it. And then you can sit on here. I literally sit on the app stores or the model stores for hours and print stuff through the wall sculpture. Super easy. I mean, you honestly can't get much easier. Hopefully you guys can hear me too, by the way. Yeah, the print's about 4 hours and 25 minutes left. Again, this is a AliExpress. Anycubic is the manufacturer for these machines here. These three machines. They have other machines, but these three machines particularly that I have. You can see the little light in the center. That's something I made. It basically mimics the printer that's over here on the left-hand side. I also have that same logo on my t-shirt. But they're doing a AliExpress and Anycubic are doing a sale this entire week. The codes are in the description, and you can buy the Kobra 4 for $29 off. So it makes it $170. I mean, you can't go wrong for 170 bucks. That's just dirt cheap. For as much fun as you'll get out of it. And the combo, so the combo is basically the machine that's over on the right hand side of the printer that's printing right now. So the black box, this over here. So that is the Ace machine right there. You can see there is filament inside there. It will feed the filament. So if you're going to do multicolors, if you think you're going to do a bunch of multicolors like these dragons, you'll need the Ace machine for sure. The Mecha King Kong, however, that is printed entirely single color at a time. So you would print each individual parts in different colors one at a time. So you wouldn't need the combo if you were interested in printing something like that. Those models were made to be printed without the Ace on there. So that multicolor machine. The Ace is great too if you live in a area where humidity is very high. You need to make sure when you're printing that your filament is dry all the time. The Ace machine actually has a drying mechanism inside it, which will dry while you're printing or dry before you're printing. To buy those separately, you're looking at least $100 for a drying machine. So I have two actually sitting right below these machines that are printing. I have two of them. One of them's a higher end version. That one's over $300 just for the drying machine itself, and the one next to it is a $100 version. So to have the $100 drying machine built into the Ace where it can dry the filament for you is a huge advantage and cost savings too. So you don't have to go out and buy that. So if you live where there's lots of humidity, then having that Ace machine to dry your filament for you is great too. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna zoom in here and get some close shots. Yes, the Kobra 4 is beginner friendly. 100%. You can use the app like I just showed and print from laying in your bed. You can start a print. It's just like any other, like if you were shopping, but you're literally shopping for a print and you're not buying anything. You're just sending the print to your machine and starting your print straight from your phone. The difference between PETG and PLA, normally, and I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit. Normally, there's not as many colors available in PETG, but the main difference is going to be the strength. So PLA is a much softer plastic material. Well, I live in Arizona, so we get in the summertime, it gets up to 125 degrees. And if these things go outside or you leave it outside, it's gonna flatten like a pancake. If it was PLA, I print mostly in PETG. I like the PETG material much more than PLA. The uh, the advantage for PLA is, like, again, there's a lot more colors, but more colors are starting to come out in the PETG material. So the Anycubic and the KINGROON difference. So um, with the Anycubic material, if we're gonna go back here for a second, when you put Anycubic material into the ACE machine, it will recognize the material right away. It has an RFID code. So Anycubic makes their own filament. You put it into the ACE. It has an RFID. It will recognize it. The machine will pick it up and know exactly what filament, what filament type, what color it is, and it will automatically have it ready for you. When you use a third-party filament such as the KINGROON, you have to manually tell the machine, which it's not very hard to do actually. When you insert the filament into the ACE, the machine will notice that there's filament there. It won't know exactly what material it is or color, so all you have to do is click a couple buttons. So you select the type of material and you select uh, the color for it, and then you're set up. So it's just a couple extra steps. If you want to be super friendly for a newbie and somebody that's not really tech savvy, go with the Anycubic. It just makes it easier for you, and that's basically the difference. If you buy the K4, yes. If you buy the K4, you can buy KINGROON filament. Like I said, it's just a little bit extra setup when you want to print with it, and it's an extra 10 seconds. You load it into the ACE machine right here on the right, and the printer will automatically detect that you inserted new filament. You tell it the type, and you tell it the color, and you're good to go. And then when you go to your app, it will show the filament that's loaded into your machine before you print. So if you didn't want that extra step, you can buy the Anycubic filament that goes with Anycubic products. It will pick up that RFID code. It will automatically tell the machine what you have loaded, the color, the type, and just makes it a little bit easier for somebody that's new to the hobby. But again, we are doing a sale today on AliExpress. All the links are in the description. So if you want to get a great deal on this machine that's currently printing right now, the Kobra 4. There is links in the description. There are codes. Use those discount codes. Pick up a machine. I mean, if you're on the the ledge to buy one, this is the time to do it. You're not going to get a better deal. This is, a great way, a great introductory printer for for printing. It does a great um, it does a great job at multicolors, as you can see right there. Should be pretty good for a while. Normally you don't want to put anything near the bed, but it's not going to go anywhere. So you can see there's the multicolor. That print did take a lot longer. When you do multicolors, it takes a lot longer to print. So that print was about 20 hours. But hey, I mean, the final result is pretty awesome. My daughter loves them. I told her she can't have the dragons until I'm done with my live videos. But she was super excited over them. There you go. There's two side by side right there. What currently I'm printing is it'd be better just to show you on my phone. It's a dragon skull, but it's kind of a fidget. It's not just like a decorative thing that sits on your shelf. It is here. I'm going to show you the video of what it actually does. Right here. So it peels away as you pick it up. It's kind of like an orange slice. But I thought it was super cute. Super cute print. It's got that slice, twist, fidget, whatever they're calling those things. And these are like pretty hot right now. There's a ton of them showing up. What do you mean by can I just use the model? What do you mean by just use the model? I would recommend buying the machine. Yes, if you're on the fence, and your budget is in the lower end, then I would get this machine because I don't know if they're going to go on sale again like this. But right now they have the $40 discount on the machine and $29 discount on the non-combo machine. So the combo is 40 off. The non-combo is $29 off. On AliExpress, use the links in the description and the codes as well. You won't be disappointed. The machine is easy to use. The ecosystem is great. You have the app that you can print from your bed. Laying in bed looking for something to print, send it over to your machine that's in the other room. It doesn't get any easier than that, to be honest. Naki, if you have any questions, I have machines from pretty much all the manufacturers, not just Anycubic. I can answer any questions for you. Um, but if you're looking for, an alternative that is easy to use and on sale right now, then you've got the links in the description. You got the discount codes. It's a great time to purchase. And again, you're not going to be upset with your purchase on this machine. It prints as good as any of my other machines. If you like to print toys and dragons and things like this, if you got neighbor kids, you got kids yourself, you want easy gifts. I mean, we go to birthday parties now and figure out what the theme of the party is, find a bunch of cool things that people can't buy for them for their birthday, and we print it instead. And I mean, I'm telling you right now, every time these kids open their gifts, they're just super excited to see the stuff that we're able to print for them. The few days before. We just did a literally just did a Lego birthday party the other day, and we printed a minifig shelf to hold all the minifigs for the kid. We did a huge Lego head, which was like a pot, so they can either make it like a, a pot for plants or just like a storage head. It was a big, huge minifig head. And we did a couple other really cool Lego themed things. There's hundreds and hundreds of things for Minecraft, for Lego, for horses, for dolls, for whatever you can ever think of. There's something to print, and it's constantly growing every single day. There's more stuff, more cool things coming out, more like these fidget things I'm printing right now. These are all new. So a lot of people are printing these and creating new ones. Like this is a dragon skull, and there's tons of different types that are just like this. There's something always to print. I mean, you can have your printer going 24/7, making cool things. And on top of it, you can sell a lot of this stuff too. So you can turn it into a little side business. People eat up these toys. You can't buy these dragons, in the store. You can't buy this Mecha King Kong in the store. I mean, if you buy something like that in the store nowadays, you're looking at least probably $100 for something like that. And I think the filament cost on it was less than $10. It just took time and to print it, time to build it with a little bit of glue, and it's the coolest. I wish I had toys like that when I was little. Like this thing is cool. Okay, Naki, I'm coming back to your question. So, Anycubic Kobra S1 Max. I don't have that machine, unfortunately. I have the S1, but you can see. Let me show you the model I printed if you haven't seen it yet. So right there, that toy right there is, I believe it's like 30, almost 30 inches tall. It's like 30 inches tall. It's huge. That thing took, I think, about a week or so to print. And I mean, let me open the door so you can see the legs and all that. By far the coolest print I have ever done, directly printed on that S1 machine. And it was literally, I printed a benchy, which is like a benchy is basically like your test print that you do. And I did a benchy print and went directly into printing the hundreds of pieces to this model right here. You can see he's holding a gun that actually that gun is removable, so you can take the gun away, It's like an extra, toy for him. Everything is posable, so I can pose him any way I want. His feet move, his knees move, his arms move. Like that's why he's thrown up, kind of like a hang loose. Um, with his hands, the heads move. Obviously, the mouth opens and closes. Every single part on there moves. But if you're wanting to print minis, you don't need the S1 Max. You could get away with this machine, right? This Kobra 4 machine that's printing over here on to the right in the camera. Pick it up for $170. Get started into the business or get started into the hobby. Start printing things for low entry. I mean, when I first got started, well, not first got started, when I first got started in these new generation 3D printers, $900. We're talking $170 now. So big difference. And they basically do, a lot of the same stuff. So great way to get into the hobby. $170. Use the codes in the description, or you won't get the discounts. There's links in the description. Make sure you get those. If you're printing masks and things like that, you'll be able to do that right on this machine, this Kobra 4 machine. The K4 can 100% print something like that. The Mecha King Kong I printed that on the K4. So this King Kong right here. This was printed. This was printed on this machine right here. I wish I could set him up here, but he'd fall right off. I'd have to tape him or something. I mean, I should have just taped him up there. So yeah, that's the same company. You could definitely print that Battlegeus, that big huge doll that I showed you. That's standing in the Kobra S1. You can print that same model on the Kobra 4. 100%. And it'll just pump out parts for you all day long. Like it only took me, I think, 2 days to print the King Kong model. It was quick. I didn't have one issue. Printed all the parts. I think there was like 50 or 60 parts. And you just print each color one at a time. You don't need to have the multicolor changer because it only prints one color at a time for the parts. Those are all separated. So you print all the gray first, print the black, print the orange, and print the red. And there's white too for the screws. But I mean, you can choose whatever colors you want too. You don't have to be orange. It doesn't have to be red eyes or black. You can do the whole thing in gray. You can do whatever you want. That's the cool thing about it. You can use this cool turquoise color that you can see inside here. You got this cool turquoise color. I could have used that. You could have printed the whole, instead of gray, it could have been completely turquoise. Which now that I think about it, I would have probably should have done something like that. Oh yeah, setup. If you're worried about setup and putting these things together, I already did a video on my channel for the setup and how long it takes. It's probably one of the easiest printers to set up that I've ever done. You literally put 4 screws into the back of the tool head, which is the thing that's printing and moving with the black circle in it. You just screw that basically on, install the tubes, and unlock, take a couple of brackets off that are holding everything in place, and that's it. None of these printers, Naki, none of these printers have a 0.2 millimeter nozzle on them. No. And I've actually done tests with 0.2 millimeter nozzles. You can actually dial the 0.4 millimeter nozzles down small enough to where you're gonna get super high quality mini prints anyways. So, you know, I would probably stick with a 0.4 millimeter nozzle at first and try that out, because the difference isn't that much, but the print time goes up drastically with a 0.2 millimeter nozzle. So like, let me give you an example, like a little desktop figure. Let's say you're printing it, it's a couple inches tall on a 0.4 millimeter nozzle. Let's say it's, I'm just throwing numbers out here, but I'll give you an example of what it kind of is. Let's say a 0.4 millimeter nozzle will take 5 hours to print it. In a 0.2 millimeter nozzle, you're looking at probably double. So 10 or even 12 hours to print. I mean, and those numbers are probably high for a little desktop figure, but you know, and that's just one of those things. It's all part of the hobby. You buy the nozzles, you test them out for these machines. The Anycubic, the nozzles are very cheap. They're just a little tube. You literally, it takes you uh, probably less than 1 minute to change the nozzle out. So that's great too. And you don't need any screws or anything to swap the nozzles out. You just pull out some clips. You just open some clips like a belt, and that's basically it. The nozzle will drop out. It's literally like a little tube, and you put the new nozzle in and slide the clips like a belt again, and hold it in place, and boom, you're done with the nozzle swap. So super quick and easy. I mean, I think nozzle swapping, quick nozzle swapping should be a standard now, and most of the machines have that feature. But the Kobra X over here on the left, it has that technology as well. The colors, those are prints that I did on these machines. Here, I'm gonna point the camera down. There you go. Yeah, I don't know how clear it is coming through on the live, but the colors are pretty awesome. They're super bright. And I was able to pick these colors too. So you can actually do that. You can pick your colors. As you can see, the one on the left has the red, the blue, and the yellow, and an orange tail. So it's got those 4 colors. The one on the right, it's got the blue, white, yellow, and black. And his tail is black. So you have the ability to pick your colors on all this stuff, make it your own, however you see, however you see fit, however you want it to look. If you guys have any other questions, this is a live for the Anycubic AliExpress sale going on right now. Everything across AliExpress is super on sale, discount. And if you were looking to make some purchases on things, this is the time to do it. Huge discounts. The discount codes are all in the description down below. Hold on, I'm doing a post on my channel to see if we can get some of my subscribers in here too, so we can have a little bit of a party. All right, we have any more questions? If you don't know about my channel, make sure you're subscribed. I help beginners and everybody that's getting into this hobby, how to use the printers, how to set them up, things like that. So there's a huge wealth of knowledge on my channel. The difference between the Kobra X and the Kobra 4, as you can see, they both look very similar. Let me point the camera. So they look very similar as far as the bottom goes. The only difference is going to be in the tool head, which is the part that prints the actual material. So the the Kobra X is a newer generation tool head that Anycubic has released, and the difference is it's lower on waste for doing multicolor printing. So you're going to see less amount of waste using the Kobra X over the Kobra 4. Not a huge difference, but there is a noticeable difference in the amount of waste. So every time that it changes colors, it's going to have to eject the filament through the nozzle, and that's where you get the waste from. So when it changes colors. But as far as quality, the colorful one on the left was printed on the Kobra X. The colorful dragon on the right was printed on the Kobra 4. If you showed me both of them, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one was printed on which machine. So as far as quality goes, they're the same. They're both great quality. I have not used TPU on either of the machines. I do know people are using it on the Kobra X. As far as the Kobra 4, it's so new. That's just another thing I have to get to for testing the machines. TPU is a one of those fun things that's takes a little bit of patience to dial in. But I do know people that are printing on the Kobra X. Oh, too, as well, the Kobra X over here on the left, it instead of having an ace machine, it uses the tool head and pulls the different colors through there. So you can see the 4 colors are coming into the machine on the tool head, and instead of it in it, let me show you. So all the filaments are fed down in through the tubes, And they're always loaded. So all 4 colors are always loaded, and what it does is it will cut the filament and pull in the new color directly from there. So it's a little bit quicker in the color changing. But a newer tech also comes with a higher price. So if you're looking for the lower price and still get something that can print high quality, you got it right here with the Kobra 4. So I believe the Kobra X may be about twice as much, so in the $400 range. So it really comes down to what's your actual budget. Let me look and see if I can find the I'm just checking the links out right now. So, yep, Kobra 4 $199. Then you use your discount codes that I have given you in the description. Let me see. Where's the Kobra X? Kobra X. So their sale right now, is it coming up? Kobra X is for original price says $649. The discount is you can get it for $399. My codes don't work for the EU area. Yeah, I'm not sure about the codes and all that stuff working. The black and orange spool holders, let me see if I can find them for you. So there's a couple different versions. So just be aware of that too. Make sure I find the correct top mount mod for that for you. I mean, I guess the only gripe I have with the top mount mod that I am sending you is it is a little bit noisier. I didn't use there's a mod that you can actually use bearings, and it makes the filament turn a lot smoother. Right now it's just plastic against plastic, so when it turns it kind of makes a noise. It's not loud or anything, it's just you can noticeably hear it. Man, I can't find that mod. Kobra X top mounted. Let me see. Well, hopefully their mods are still here. I'm not finding it for some reason. Awesome, Atomic. Yeah, you won't be disappointed with that machine, I'm telling you. It's a great entry level, low cost. It does great quality. Where is that mod at? I'm looking for a mod for the Kobra X and I am not seeing it. I'm not sure where it's at. So weird. I wouldn't think he would have removed it. I wonder if he pulled the mod down for some reason. I'm not finding it now. And usually it would show right up. Maybe that's why you couldn't find it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it at all. All right. Well, do you guys want to let's do a little guessing game. I want you guys to guess the brand of filament that I am going to show new colors for. These are brand new releases. So drop your guess down in the comments. See if you are the one that guesses correctly. I wish I could do a giveaway, but I don't have any giveaways. But at least you can have bragging rights for being the person that guesses the correct filament brand. These are new colors that just got released from this manufacturer. I was going to show you guys all these new colors. The problem is I don't have, my microphone is not working on my t-shirt. I had a wireless microphone. It was showing that it was working in my Streamlabs, but for some reason you guys couldn't hear me. I don't know why. It's kind of bummer. Sun Lu. Somebody, Cass Runner guessed Sun Lu. Morning Atomic. Come on, guys. We get some more guesses in here. I know there's some more of you guys hanging out. Elegoo. That's another. There's like 20 brands. Just fire them off. What do you think? 20. There's like 20 brands. I know you guys can guess it. I'll give you a guess. If you look closely, you can probably figure it out. No metallics. No, there's no metallics. Any other guesses? One more guess. Let's get one more guess in here and then I'll show you guys. We don't have a huge amount of viewers right now. Anycubic. Nope. I'll show you guys right now. And right here. KINGROON. The first one, we got a PET transparent PETG, PETG. I printed with one of these colors already. It's pretty awesome. We got transparent PETG. This is called transparent green. There's links to all these filaments down in the description too. Hopefully you guys can hear me because I'm kind of yelling over at the microphone. Next up, we've got transparent. It just says transparent, but it's kind of like a peach or a pinkish. Let's see, what does the box say? It just says transparent. PETG transparent. So probably like a clear, but it looks more like a peach. I mean, as you can see here, pink, light pink. We have transparent yellow right here. Here is a PLA light apricot color. This is a cool color. This reminds me of like a bone color kind of in a way. So PLA light apricot. PETG purple. So just pure purple color right here. Oh shoot. Another light apricot. I don't know why. Oh, this is the PETG version. So PETG light apricot, which that's kind of cool. So you could literally print if you have, you know, something that you wanted to print in the same color as your PLA. That's usually not easy to come by, having the same color. Fire off any questions that you guys have too, by the way. This is a PLA brick red, so super dark, deep red, almost like a maroon. Here is it just says PLA basic wood. So we got some wood color right here. Looking for the other colors, and of course that's because they are in the oops, don't want to do that. So that's where the other colors are sitting. Right there we have an orange, and it's the colors that came off of this right here. So these are the colors. We've got like a lime green, a like a turquoise-ish color, a light pink, and an orange. I'm pretty sure these are the other colors too. So you got the blue, yellow, white, and black. I mean, those aren't all new, but let's get some more shots of these colorful dragons. So again, it's huge sale going on. Did we not get any video footage coming back? Did my screen lock up? Uh, yes, you can do more than just the 4 colors. I'm trying to figure out why my camera locked up. Hold on just a second, guys. My camera, it looks like my camera overheated. That's never happened before. I'll be back in just a second, switching to a different camera. Almost done. Let's see. Add a camera. Almost there. Let's see. It's trying to get it back up. There we go. And all right, I think we're back up. Let me make sure we have the highest quality. I don't know if it's giving you guys the highest quality, but at least I'm back up now. I don't my my other camera overheated. That's weird. It's never happened before. So that's something new. If you guys are still here with me, we are doing a Anycubic AliExpress sale on the Kobra 4. That's the machine that is printing right there. Let me see if I can move this guy out of the way a little bit. The prints below, those are printed on the Anycubic machines. So those little avatar dragons. If you guys have any questions on these Anycubic machines, please feel free to let me know. If you're still with me in the chat, shoot me some questions on any of the machines. I'd be happy to help. Well, I mean, the great thing, it all comes down to your budget really first. But the great thing about the S1 Max is it's gonna be hard to grow out of that thing. You got a lot more opportunity for something like that, but it's comes down to your budget. If you're if you're already set and you know you want to go full throttle with this hobby, print masks, print Halloween, cosplay, stuff like that, then you're not going to go wrong with the Max. I think it's an awesome machine. I don't have one, but just based off of looking at the specs on it and knowing the S1, the S1 is also, I mean, that machine is great. And I don't like to compare manufacturers, but when I started using the S1, it was like an eye opener. It's like this is probably the absolute closest you'll get to, a Bambu printer. You've got the ecosystem, the app, and all that stuff, for the Anycubic. So, and just ease of use, setup, and the quality it's great. And I've not had any issues on my S1. I've had like a little fan issue, but it's just a fan that was like just making a rattling noise. So I don't know if it just needs to be, maybe it was a little dusty or whatever. But that's, I mean, pretty much the only thing I've ever experienced, and that was just like an exhaust fan. So, and it goes away. It just starts up and it starts when it's like one of those things when the fans are kind of a little gummed up or dirty, it'll have that issue when it first starts up, but then it goes away. But as far as quality and all that, it's on par with what I would expect the nowadays for a 3D printer. Yeah, I mean, they Prusa has been around for a long time, and they are pioneering a lot of cool things. Um, you know, all the manufacturers are stepping up with eliminating purge waste. So, and if you followed my channel, I've done videos on the H2C and a lot of different manufacturers and machines. I really like, if I did compare the waste on the X and the 4, and there is a difference. It does a great job at lowering that filament waste, and I could probably even get it down more by optimizing my color purge settings too, just a little bit. Errors and issues that you'll have? No, I don't think so. You can. I've helped so many of my friends that know zero about technology. They buy a machine and they're they pretty much get it handled. The only part, it would be the learning process. Every hobby has a learning process, and um, going from just printing from your phone is great, but once you get into more technical stuff, you start making your own models, you start wanting to optimize your settings a little bit and get a little bit more quality out of your prints. You're going to want to learn the Anycubic software on the computer, whether you have a Mac or Windows. But it's there's not that huge of a learning curve. You start to pick it up fairly quickly. It just takes time, and what I suggest is just jump in and do it. That's the quickest way that I've always learned how to do new things, is just doing it. You know, don't don't hesitate on being afraid of failing or whatever. Just jump in and do it and learn from your mistakes. And I've learned a lot. I've learned that a lot from being around construction and stuff like that. So, and that's what really brought me towards the 3D printing. Was I've always been handy, and I love building things. So it kind of made sense. And I'm very artistic type of person. And you can do some really cool artistic things with 3D printing. Which false clogging error are you getting on what machine? That was a question for Cass Runner. There were two different errors on the Cobra X I was getting. Oh, yeah. See, I never experienced anything like that. So yeah, this probably was a firmware thing. Did you get the Cobra X right when it first came out? Is that when you had purchased it, or is this something that you purchased recently? Oh, with TPU, yeah. TPU does throw little funky errors with clogging just because the filament is so I feel like it's kind of spongy, but it's because it's rubbery and stuff, so it kind of tricks the machine thinking that that it's clogging or something. Oh, okay, yeah, the day of the yeah, always you always got to look for those firmware updates quick when you get a machine when it first released. I've definitely noticed that across every manufacturer. It doesn't matter who it is. They always have a supplement firmware coming within the week, if not days. So always tweaking stuff as the machines. I mean, they literally are building the machines when the firmware isn't even 100% done yet. And I've witnessed that with 2 to 3 manufacturers already. Not even just 3D printing too. Other manufacturers outside of 3D printing that have sent me products. They send me the product and it's half of the stuff doesn't even work. And they're like, "Oh, well, we'll have that fixed, in the firmware and the software update." It's just crazy how the manufacturing works like that. They know it'll work, but they just haven't got it to work yet. Well, I hope I'm answering questions, that you guys have. And, I can answer any questions for any type of brand out there for the most part. I mean, I don't have a Prusa, but I do have, Crealities, Bambu, Anycubic. Elegoo. I really wish this print was a lot faster of a print. Well, not the machine faster, but the print is just a long print. This is all. I'm not blaming the printer. It's hard to see exactly what it's printing. I guess I should have started it way earlier, but I really wasn't sure what I wanted to print until I saw that model, which it seems to be pretty popular on the Maker Online marketplace. Again, this is a live stream for Anycubic. They are pushing super hard to get sales on the Kobra 4. It's super deep discounted right now. You can get a machine for under $200. In 3D printing, that's, I mean, to me, that's just crazy. You can't even buy used machines for under 200 bucks. And I've been selling used machines, and I'm selling them for a lot more than $200. So this sale is actually a great opportunity to get into the hobby for super cheap. The links are in the video description. The discount codes are all in there. You can double stack some to get even bigger discounts. For $170, I don't, you know, it's a great way to have another machine running, you know, prints, because it is kind of boring to have one printer going because you're sitting there waiting for it to finish until you can start your next one. So it's and that's the reason why I don't have these other printers going is it would get it would get way too hot. Two, it would start to get noisy in here. So I'm just in a little office space right now, doing these prints, hanging out with you guys, doing the live, promoting this this AliExpress sale this week. Huge on everything. So you go on the website, there's discounts everywhere on products. So if you're looking to get some LED lighting and a printer and whatever else you might be looking for, they've got it on sale. Just use the codes. It will discount based off of the amount that you have in your cart. Filament is this is definitely a great time to get some filament, more filament. I always load up on sale weeks on AliExpress because it's better to pay, you know, I'd rather have a bunch of extra and pay $60 than pay, you know, $80 to $100 for the same thing, you know. And if I have a overstock, then that's fine with me, because I can go through 10 rolls in a couple of days if I really wanted to. And a lot of my prints that I do, large dinosaur models, which I could actually bring one of those down. Let's do that. I wish I could put this somewhere on the table. Something. Maybe I'll stack something up here. Hold on. Let's do this. There we go. It's hard to tell, but whoa. The discount codes, no, they don't work on Anycubic's website. They don't. They only work on the AliExpress. Actually, let me put this over here. This thing is in the way. Let's get some crazy looking skulls over here. I got a Velociraptor over on the left. And the name is, I am forgetting the name of that. It is the Pachycephalosaurus. Pachycephalosaurus on the right and a Velociraptor on the left. Sorry, Brandon, I've been moving some stuff into the view for you guys to take a look at some dinosaur skulls. Comparing it to the A1, what kind of comparison are you looking for? The build plate size is pretty much the same. Let me see what the exact specs are on. I mean, they're pretty much the exact same as far as, so you got 600 millimeters speed. That's pretty standard for bed slingers. You know, when you have a bed slinger where the bed is moving, you don't want to print super fast anyways. The bed size is going to be the same. Right now they're selling these at $170 with, you know, as just without the Ace machine. And if you print like one color dinosaur skulls like these right here that I have up, I mean, you could these would be great to have. You know, these will pump out parts, you know, prints all day long. Comparing it to the A1, I mean, the A1 has been around for many years. This is just released, but what I've seen so far on this machine is you know, something that is very, very comparable. Obviously, the key difference is going to be the price. So, and I don't even actually know what the A1 is priced at right now because they changed prices so dang much. Everybody's shifting their prices. Where are we at? A1. So the A1 is 300. So you're looking at almost double the price. So $299 for the A1, and the Cobra 4 right here is right now on the AliExpress sale this week. It is $170. And that is with no that is not the combo price. The combo price is $259. So if you want the Ace machine that does drying, so the Ace 2 Pro that the Pachycephalosaurus skull is sitting on does do drying. And to get a drying machine, you're looking at a minimum of $100 for four rolls. I have a Sunlu actually right here. I'm gonna put it in here for a second. So this Sunlu drying machine right here is $100. The Ace machine with the Cobra 4 combo does the drying for you. So you wouldn't need to make a purchase of this extra drying thing if you're new to 3D printing. So I don't know where everybody's at in 3D printing. Some people are brand new. Some people don't have any printer. Some people have been printing for years. So that is a great added bonus with the Ace 2 Pro and the active drying. You can dry during printing. You can dry before printing. Saves you just this alone is $100 for that right there alone. Yeah, so if you're new, I mean, you don't have a printer at all yet? Don't even know now what that even is used for. Oh, so that box is to dry your filament. So the printer prints on these rolls of filament, and it's basically plastic on a roll, like a spaghetti. Like, just think of it like spaghetti rolled up on a roll. If you live where it's has a lot of humidity, you need to keep your filament dry before you print, or you'll have stringing issues and printing issues. This Ace machine right here will do right here. This machine that dries it as you print. Um, so it's a huge advantage over, um, not having a machine that does that. So they will dry the filament before or during print, and you don't have to use a dryer like I just showed you, which is $100 for that dryer. And that's a low end, that's an introductory dryer. I have another one that's $300, and it's for like the engineering filaments, which you would never be printing engineering filaments on the Cobra 4. That's a more advanced topic. If you're printing cool things like the dinosaur skulls, the King Kong, the toys, the dragon toys, this printer will do all of that for you. And $170, it's a great way to get into the hobby, get started. I mean, my first printer was like $900. So huge. I mean, not my first printer. That was not my first. My first new generation. I had the old generation machines that I don't want to talk about because they were very frustrating. The new generation printers that do all the bed leveling for you, that calibrate everything for you almost automatically. Um, my first one was $900. You're talking, you could get 4 of these. You know, we can get 4 printers for the price that I paid for one. that it just wasn't heard of back then when I had, when I had bought that printer. Yes, Scotland. Oh yeah, man. What is the humidity there? Do you know offhand? Like is it pretty much the same humidity levels all year long, or you see more during the winter time than you do the summertime, or would you see more in the summertime because it's so dang hot and wet? I mean, I know I'm in the States, and I'm in Arizona. We travel to Mexico for vacation, and man, you get out of the airplane, you go into the air right when you get to the airport there in Mexico, and all the glass on the windows on the airport are all fogged up. It's crazy. It's insane. Your glass, my glasses, I wear glasses, they just fog right up. So yeah, if you live in a humid climate, you need to have a dry filament. And this Ace machine right here that you can buy with this Cobra does the drying while it prints. That's a huge cost saving right there if you need to have your filament dried. Do we have any more questions? We got, 10 people in here. Just kind of slow for, I think it's because it's a Monday. I'm here to answer questions across the board. 3D printing, whatever, what you have. You can check that guy out up there, the Battlegeus, printed completely 100% on that Kobra S1. I could definitely print the same 30-inch model or print over on this Kobra 4 that's printing right now too. So yes, Anycubic does. It's called Maker Online, makeronline.com. It is basically an exact version, same version. You can search by categories and trending and toys and all that stuff. So Maker Online. Oh, and there is the dry box. That's crazy. Couldn't find it earlier. I just found it. So this is a link to the dry box that is attached to my Cobra X right now. I forget who was asking about it, but there is the link now. 60 to 80% humidity throughout the year. Yeah, you definitely need a filament dryer. Oh, I see. Let me. I don't have my humidity monitor in here. I've seen as low as like 12% in my office here. So yeah, you put wood outside and you can hear the wood cry. It's so dry. Yeah, and don't put it in the sunlight. I'll probably catch fire. So yeah, huge advantage if you live in a humid area. Get the Ace 2 Pro with the Cobra 4. It dries the filament for you. You won't have issues because if you don't dry your filament, you're going to have issues if you live in a high humidity area. That's just that's just how it is. I mean, it's so weird. You would think that the filament being dry would make it brittle, but it's not. It's the wetness. It will suck the water out of the air. And once that happens, you get issues, clogging issues, you get print issues. The filament will break and be brittle. So don't want that happening. For them, no, you can get, excuse me, you can get 3D models for any printer. I use Colts 3D. So CUL, I'll put a link in the chat right now for you guys. Colts 3D, this is where you can purchase models. So a lot of makers have higher quality models. I mean, not to say that the stuff on Maker World or Maker Online are low quality at all. But there are some people that, they want to make money off of their 3D modeling, their time that they spend. So they sell them on Colts 3D. That's a great opportunity to find new models and buy stuff. There is Thingiverse, which is like one of the original 3D printing marketplaces. And I mean, between those two, you can find stuff all day long. I mean, you could spend a lifetime looking through the models. Colts. So like a lot of those dinosaur skulls that you see here, you can find them for, some people sell them for free. Some people sell them, or not sell them for free. Some people offer them for free. Some people sell them. I pay $30 sometimes just for a single model. But you get high quality. It doesn't look like Colts 3D is actually coming up right now. And that's the thing too. I've noticed Colts, they always have problems with their website. It's either slow or down. So you know, I kind of use it in the middle of the night. And it seems to work a lot better when there's not a whole lot of people on it, it seems like. Yeah, I can't get that. Colts 3D does not work. Thingiverse is working, and the other Maker World and Maker Online are both working. And you don't have to use a specific marketplace to print from your machine. All you do is you download the files and you open them up in your for the Kobra 4. You would open it up in the Kobra, the next slicer is what it's called, and you can open any type of model that you want. And slice it and print it. So it doesn't have to be for. There's no printer that's locked into a specific marketplace or anything like that. You can download your models from anywhere and print them. Yeah, Thingiverse is easy to use. You just find your model, and if it's free, you can just click download. You download to your computer, open it up in your slicer, and print it. I mean, you can't really get much easier than that, other than using the built-in app to send it straight to your printer. But there's a ton of different places to buy models, find models for free. You know, Google is your friend, as people like to say, and you can find tons and tons of marketplaces. I mean, there's like, I'm literally just on Thingiverse right now, and there's the new He-Man movie is out, and there's a He-Man hair. You can print the He-Man hair. But if you're new to the chat right now, the live stream, the Kobra 4 is on sale right now. You can get the Kobra 4 with the combo Ace 2 Pro, the machine that is right next to it. Let me come in closer to this. So the Kobra 4 combo is $259. You have to use the links in the video description. Use the coupon code. You probably won't find this printer at this price ever again. I don't see, unless down the road, obviously, when they start getting rid of them, or it goes on, they're trying to get rid of a bunch of the machines. But if you want the machine now, $170 without the combo is what the price is currently. Printed those dragons right there on this machine. They came out beautiful, perfect print, no fails. That's the biggest thing with 3D printing is you could get a failure or failed print sometimes, and there's tons of different reasons why, and filament drying is one of them. So if you have wet filament, that is usually one of the #1 reasons for fails. All the models that you see on the screen right now, this machine will handle them perfectly. You got the Cobra, or what is that thing? It's called the Mecha King Kong model from Toy Maker. The link's in the video description. You can find that. I think it's like $15 right now on sale. And you got the Velociraptor on the left that's printed in PETG. This machine will print that material as well. You got the dragons at the bottom, multicolor. It will print those 4 colors on the model in PLA. Perfect. And then the other dinosaur skull is printed, and I painted it with just some black spray paint. black spray paint. And you know, it'll print that model as well. So huge sale on AliExpress. Use the links in the video description. Oh yeah, the He-Man hair. I know that's that's pretty funny. I think I don't know if the He-Man movie came out yet or what. I remember the old He-Man one, like I think it was like the early 2000s or late 90s He-Man movie. It was horrible. So hopefully they did a better job. Comes out Friday, 3 days. It says 3 days, 11 hours. So on Friday, Masters of the Universe is the name, and we've got a bunch of people that, and you know, a couple actors in here. So it'll be interesting to see. Is that the girl from Stargate? Oh, it is. The girl from Stargate Atlantis. Or no, is that Stargate SG-1? She's in this. She's also in the Deadpool and the Greenland movies. Anyways, He-Man 3D printed hair. You could definitely show up to the movie, watch it, styling the rocking the He-Man hair do. Printed in PLA yellow. Late 80s. Is that what it was? Was it late 80s? He-Man late 80s. Was it the late 80s? It might have been. Oh my gosh. Where is it? Come on, Google. He-Man movies. Matt, oh yeah, 87. Jeez, I was way off. I think I've only seen it once, but it comes on TV every once in a while, and I don't know why I leave it on. I leave it on, but I don't watch it. I think the TV's always on here at the house, anyways, just playing something, whether it's like the news, the Murder She Wrote, He-Man movie, if it happens to be on. Bambu Lab A2L, yes, I saw that release. Apparently I have one coming in, so I will probably have a video on that soon. But I got to catch up with all these printers. I've got a bunch of other printers that I have not even shown. I just did a Snapmaker unboxing. But we're here for the Anycubic show right now. I'd like to do some more lives every once in a while, so maybe we'll do some more hangout, talk about 3D printing, answer questions here in the future. But today is the Anycubic sale. If you want to get this machine, $170 without the ace, $259 with the discount codes in the description. You get the ace, you get the Kobra 4. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that deal. That's as you can see, the printer's just going. I didn't have one issue with it so far. I printed the dragon, the blue and white dragon. I printed the Mecha King Kong complete, is like I think 60 or 70 parts. Not one problem with that. So it's a great machine. And if you were the type that was trying to build out a print farm, holy crap, you could have 10 printers for under a couple grand. $1,700 for 10 printers. Obviously taxes and stuff on that. It would be probably still under 2 grand. That's just crazy to me. And you could just be running all kinds of prints. Like I mentioned earlier in the video too, you can, it's always fun to go to birthday parties and you print out all kinds of cool things. So we just did a Lego birthday party this past weekend and printed a bunch of Lego things. A Lego head, a a minifigure display for this kid that was having a birthday party. Things that you can't buy in the store. So was able to print some really cool things for these kids. And they can all be themed whatever they have. If it's a Minecraft party, print some Minecraft stuff. Oh yeah, He-Man was great when yeah, I was what, 87, so I was like 6 years old. I was 6 years old at 80 in 87. Good old days. 80s, don't really remember the 80s because I was so young, but the 90s, I remember vividly. Great times. Now we just have a bunch of crazy AI stuff going on. And crazy printers. You can now print your own toys straight from your living room or your bedroom or your garage. It's crazy. Things that things that I would have done if I had a printer back in the 90s. Oh my gosh. So again, this is an Anycubic AliExpress sale going on. They're trying to get a bunch of sales on this Kobra 4. It's a great machine. $170 without the ace, so it'd be just the printer itself, and you got a spool holder that holds your roll of filament on top. And if you wanted to get the ace machine, you can pay. It's a $259 with the discount codes. All the links are in the description. If you live where it's very humid, I would 100% recommend getting the printer with the ace machine. It will save your prints. I mean, it makes 100% sense to do the ace purchase because it dries your filament. I mean, I would honestly purchase it with the ace no matter what, because you have the opportunity to be able to dry your filaments in the machine, whether you're printing or not. You can just literally put your rolls of filament in there and just dry it and use it on a different machine if you wanted. Um, the filament dryers are $100 for a 4-roll filament dryer. You can find some other cheaper ones, but um, the filament dryers aren't cheap at all. And this Ace machine has it built right into it, so you get the filament drying and everything. Brandon, you know what? I've said that same exact thing. That's funny. I said the same thing. I said, 20 years down the road, it's going to be part built, it's going to have its own like built-in section, kind of like Star Trek, where it's like they order food and it like, yeah, it just is made right in front of you. It'll have like a 3D printed section built into the home where it's like, okay, here's where you print all X, Y, and Z that you need in your house right here from this machine, or it's just a spot for it and you buy your own, kind of like you go to Home Depot and buy your printer. But I said that same thing. It's going to be part of the household, and I'll print materials. They're already printing food with it. So you can print hamburger patties. They're testing right now where you can print, literally food through it. I don't know how that's going to go with like uh, food, laws and things like that. But and that's probably going to be a long road to get somewhere like that. But that's what they're doing right now. They're printing hamburger patties. Yeah, the Jetsons, and we've already got cars that look just, like the flying the flying drones that you can now sit in that look like the ones that are on the Jetsons. It's got a glass top and 4 props. It's literally looks like a DJI drone. Yeah, I think the printers will be in all the homes. Not multi-material, but multi-everything. Metal, who knows, metal, stone, whatever. I don't know. But I could definitely see that happening. I'm just going back up. Oh, Nick, I missed that you printed the Rocky from Project Hail Mary. We just saw that movie last week. We like that movie. That was pretty good. Yeah, you can print anything. I mean, Star Trek replicator. Yep, definitely. I'm a Star Trek nerd. I was watching Voyager last night. I still watch that show over and over. It's just something to kind of calm me while I fall asleep, kind of thing. We got a couple more hours left on this print going, but it's coming out pretty good. Let me see if we can get a closer shot. Move us a little bit closer now. Again, this is the machine that is on sale right now. It was just released by Anycubic. They're doing a sale for $170 for just the machine. And coupon codes are in the description. And if you want it with the Ace machine, point it closer over to that so you can see it a little bit better. You want to purchase the Ace machine with it, which is for the multicolor printing. It also dries your filament, which is a huge advantage. Huge cost savings. You don't have to buy a filament dryer. Then I would definitely go the route of getting that Ace machine. How new are what? The Cobra 4s? How new is the Cobra 4? Is that what you're asking? One of the actors in the 80s He-Man film is Tom Paris. No way. I think, you know what? I think I do remember. I think I do remember seeing that the last time. I was like, oh crap. Let me see. Where is he? He's got to be super young. Robert Duncan. There he is right there. Kevin. How old is Robert Duncan right now? What is his age? Doesn't really show it on here. Born 64. He's older. Yeah, he's a lot older than me. He played Kevin in He-Man. That's awesome. Definitely love me some Tom Paris. I always keep hoping that they're going to come out with another Star Trek series that's actually pretty good, but it seems like Hollywood just has lost its way and they just throw stuff out there and they don't really do it like they should be, unfortunately. I mean, they could literally do a reboot or something similar to Voyager. That would be really awesome. There's so much that you could do with, Star Trek. And they just decide to make him horrible. So the Cobra 4 is like, I think it's only been out for a week. I'm not sure the exact release date on. There's so many machines that are being released right now. It's hard to remember and follow, and even just the announcements alone are getting pretty wild. It seems like everybody's racing right now to release their technology. Yeah, Enterprise. I mean, Enterprise was great too. They didn't take it far enough. I thought it was pretty good too. Not as good as Voyager or Deep Space Nine, but it was still there were still some great episodes that I liked about it. It's always fun though to like Neelix is like one of the ones you from Voyager. You just know that voice, and when you see him show up in like a movie or a TV show, it's like, oh, totally, that's totally Neelix. Oh yeah, Courtney Cox is in that movie too. Man, James Tolkien. Who is that? He looks familiar. Oh, duh. Duh, no wonder. He just passed away. That's why his name is familiar. He passed away a couple months ago from Top Gun and Slacker from Back to the Future. That was just on actually. Yes, was that yesterday? Or, no, it was on Saturday. It was on TV playing in our house. Always a great movie on. Season 3 of Picard is worth a watch. 1 and 2. Yeah. Yeah. That one I was trying to really enjoy it, but just because the people that were in it. Weren't they talking about doing something with Seven of Nine too? Her own like kind of spin-off? Which would be really cool if they did something like her infiltrating the Borg or something like that. But I'm getting up to my end of my live stream here. I'm going over, just kind of talking with you guys. I think the sale is going on for the entire week. So just remember this stream. Keep those coupon codes in there. Helps the channel out when you make purchases, things like that. So everything on AliExpress is on sale. There's tons of stuff to be bought and had for cool discounts. I buy all my LED lighting stuff on there, like LED strips and knickknacks and things like that. They got all kinds of cool stuff that you can't find on like Amazon. Oh, the 7 of 9 spinoff, yeah. The biggest bummer of them all, though, Stargate Universe. Oh my gosh. I was enjoying that show so much. And then they just freaking end it with them floating in the middle of nowhere. I was like, are you serious? And that show was actually really good. They did it kind of more, not so. I mean, they kind of took the little bit of the nerdiness out of it a little bit, and they made it more kind of cinematic. But it was actually really done well, and then they cancel it. It's crazy to me. Yeah, just make sure you don't miss the sale. That's, I mean, the only advice I can give you. if you're looking for an extra printer, brand new, there you go, right there. The Kobra 4. It's a great machine. I like how it's basically the same guts as the Kobra X too. So I don't know if you can get a Kobra X tool head down the road if you wanted to and swap it out. That'd be something interesting to know because it's literally the same machine. There's nothing different about it. So yeah, no, AliExpress sells. That's where I get a lot of my filament from. Um, I bought I bought a couple of printers on here before I had a channel, and they're basically they're doing a collaboration with Anycubic directly from the factory. So you're basically getting the same thing. You know, AliExpress is the platform. You're buying it from Anycubic, and they're shipping it to you rather than going through their Anycubic website. So yeah, it's not like, yeah, I don't buy off Temu. I've bought a couple things on there, but everybody likes to make fun of that website. You buy a bed set and it's like half the size. It's crazy. No, I don't have a Discord. I don't have a Patreon. I don't have a school thing. I'm working on something, but I don't really want to release any information on it. But it's going to be a little different than usual. Um, a Discord would be cool. I use Discord. I just don't know a whole lot about it. Um, but I think it would be something cool to build out a community with. I just don't want it to be something where I'm like constantly on there, and taking more time away than I'm already spread pretty thin on my time. I try to do as much as I can for the channel as I possibly can. It's just hard. I have an actual real job too on top of it, so finding extra time for extra things is very hard. And I haven't even really been on camera at all today, so. And that's another thing I'm going to be announcing too in the channel. So there's only a few of us in here, but I'm actually building a YouTube studio um, on my property. It's going to be attached to my home. So it's going to be an announcement that I make on my channel here shortly, in the next month or so. It'll be a dedicated YouTube studio, about 400 plus square feet, and then I'm adding on to my garage, so about an 800 square foot garage, and they'll be connected to each other. Obviously, I'll run all the printers in the garage, and the studio will be set up more like how you see other channels where they've got their own dedicated space. I wish I had that. I don't. I have a bedroom that I use for my office. I work in here. I have my printer set up. As you can see, it's just a big green screen, and I set up. So my abilities are very limited to show off, really cool videos for reviews and things like that. But I do whatever I can to show off them. Oh, I'm glad that's what the channel's for. I've, I've always been in IT work, helping with computers since the early mid to late 90s, not early, mid to late 90s, when building computers were way difficult and different than they are now. Now everything is just plug in and go. Like back then you had to set prongs and all kinds of things. It was pretty crazy. And if you did it wrong, you would burn out the CPU. Or now it's so simple. but I did IT back then, helping people with computers, software. You know, it's just been one of my things I've always loved. So a channel was obvious, you know, for that. Great opportunity for me to be able to reach out and help people, because it is kind of a little overwhelming. You know, I was very overwhelmed at the old generation printers at first, and for me to be overwhelmed with technology is, it's kind of, for me it's crazy. So I can see how this stuff is overwhelming for people. Yeah, yeah. I had no idea that it was actually gone up so much until I started reading on. I was actually in a Discord channel for, I have an Unraid server, and people were talking about it. And I was like, RAM went up that much? And I went and looked. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm glad I just built my new PC like a year ago, and I freaking got 64 gigs and just paid. You know, back then I was like, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. Now it's just like, oh my gosh, I'll never pay that. It's this, these AI data centers are just ruining it for the GPUs, for the RAM. It sucks. You would think that it was gonna, you know, computer tech was gonna start going down a lot, and it's just the opposite. All right, well, I'm gonna do one more last announcement. I appreciate you guys that are hanging out with me. This is an Anycubic and AliExpress collaboration. They're selling directly on AliExpress, so you have to buy through AliExpress.com. Use the links in the description. Use the discount codes. You'll get the machine for 170 bucks without the Ace. If you want the Ace machine, it's $259. Pretty great deal. I literally just sold a Cobra 3 for more than $200 and it was used. I mean, a lot of my machines are lightly used because I have so many and I spread out my prints to different machines. But to get a brand new machine for $170, it's a banging deal. And you can always use another machine if you're in this hobby. You know what I'm talking about. There's always a time when you're like, man, I wish I had another machine. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Brandon, Nick, you guys are in the chat with me right now. I appreciate you spending the time with me. It's been a little slow Monday, but it was enjoyable to show this printer off, answer questions for people, and talk with you guys about nerdy stuff. And got some videos coming out here shortly. I'm going to do a lot more stuff with a lot of the brands, other brands out there, not just Bambu, but Anycubic and Creality and Bambu and all that stuff. Show some more reviews. I got some more tech coming out I would like to show you guys. Sunlu just sent me something that's not filament. So you can guess what it probably is, but that should be coming here very soon. And I'll do a video on that. I did some BQ stuff. If you guys haven't seen that video, I did a unboxing of the Panda Station from BQ. They have some really awesome third-party things to buy. The Panda Station is basically like a cart for your printers. So they got some really cool things too. So again, appreciate you guys. I think I'm gonna head out. I've had like just a bowl of cereal today, so I'm gonna go have some food, have some lunch, get back to work. Appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next one. I'm gonna try to do some more live streams too, so we'll see what's up. Maybe shorter, about 45 minutes to an hour, and just have fun, talk with everybody. But hope you guys enjoyed it, and